Well, good evening, YouTube, and welcome to another episode of the Albino Rhino Beer Review. Today, you have the Rhino, and we're looking at a beer that was brought to me by the one and only Dawn, one of my co-workers, amazing artist. She's the one that made the Driftwood Rhino behind me. Makes some amazing driftwood sculptures. Great person. And she was kind enough to bring me back 4 beers from Panama when she was on vacation. You know, I've been asking people I work with forever to bring me back just a single can or bottle of something that they find locally, and she's the first person that actually was able to do it, so I very much appreciate that. Thank you very much, Dawn. Which one should we look at first? You know what? We're going to do this one first. Excuse me. So, we did do 2 beers from Panama in the past, and when we did that, people got mad at us about what we said, which was that we didn't really care for the beer. Take into account, if you're from Panama, I live in Canada. I live in Ontario. I get a lot of really great craft beer here, and there's a lot of really great craft beer in the US. This stuff isn't what I normally am looking for. In that vein, if this gets a 5, that's a pretty good score for somebody that drinks the type of stuff I drink. Anyway, this is Panama Light. So Panama Light is, I do believe, 3.8% alcohol. If you are from Panama, you could tell me. My eyes don't see very well. I am legally blind. And it's actually not anywhere on the label itself. It's in the little fine print here with the ingredients and everything. And I know it's a 3, but I can't tell if that's a 0.6 or a 0.8. I do believe it's 3.8 though, like when I did the side glance, because for some reason looking at it sideways I see it better. It looked like an 8. So thank you very much, Dawn, again for bringing this over. Let's give it a shot, shall we? I am basically expecting watery with a slight taste of corn. That's what I'm basically expecting. I expect just a basic American adjunct lager. I don't remember. I didn't ask her how much this cost, but if it's anything like the Cuban beers, probably looking at about $1 to $1.50 a can. There was some bright white head. It faded rather quickly. Crystal clear golden color. Carbonation moving scent. My salsa con queso is ready. Okay, and here's where we make people angry. I mean, nobody takes into account the paradigms that you have for the different things that you're drinking. I don't drink adjunct lagers very often anymore. This basically smells like an adjunct lager. A little bit of sweetness, both forefront and background. Just that, just that sweetness with just a little underlying hoppiness. Just basically your average macro lager scent. Not cold, I will say that too. I know that you would probably drink this ice cold out on the beach, maybe with some salt rim to replenish your salt salinity levels and all that when you're out on the beach, because it's super hot there from what everybody that's gone has told me. So I know that sitting in my basement in January isn't really the way people expect to drink this, and drinking it warm will show any faults it has in that 3.8% alcohol. That's not going to hide any faults. But this is the way I drink my beer. I do drink my beer more the European way, just kind of the cellar temperature way. Like all my review beers are sitting on the floor right there. Any beer that I'm holding for a long time sits in the fridge, and then it gets pulled out a few hours before I review. Let's try this. Cheers. Body very light. Very light bodied. About medium carbonation. There's still a carbonation that plays across your tongue. Mouthfeel. Basically like carbonated water, but more like a pure Springs carbonated water or something. Just softer carbonation, not that really heavy carbonation. Somebody's texting me. It's probably in the basement trying to get me to go and play Battlefield 1 with them. Not tonight, Chris. Yeah, not really any taste, really. It's what I expected. It's 3.8% alcohol, a very slight sweetness, very slight macro-esque, like hop extract taste. For those of you that don't know what I'm talking about, think of like the hop taste in MGD or the hop taste in Kronenberg and stuff like that. Just that kind of extracted hop taste. Just a little sweet, a little earthy, and a little malty sweetness up at the forefront. Just basically your average macro lager. Is there anything offensive about this? No. If this was ice cold, could I put it down in seconds? Yes. Could I put it down in seconds now? Still could. See? Give that to me. Ice cold. On a hot day. Playing at the beach. Eating. That type of stuff. There's nothing wrong with this. Out of 10, I'd give it a 5.5. Asterisked that stylistically, you're looking at an adjunct lager. Stylistically, this is probably a 10 out of 10. But I don't personally care for this type of beer. Stylistically, it hits all the marks it's supposed to hit. It doesn't have any forefront flavors. It doesn't really... It's not overly flavorful. It's more laid back and easy drinking. And that's what this style is supposed to be. So stylistically, it is probably a 10 out of 10. For me personally, it's probably a 5.5. I would drink this over a lot of other brands, but in all honesty, with the over 4,050 beers I've had, this is still in the top half, but it's not something I would gravitate to. Given being in Panama, yeah, I can see myself drinking this. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you, Don, for picking this up. Au revoir, a bientôt. See you soon. Bye-bye. Bang.